Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a really insightful journey. We've got this stack of sources you shared, all focusing right in on Pisces and what September 2025 looks like for you. And our mission, like always, is to pull out the most important bits, the key insights about your emotional, your spiritual journey ahead. Basically, cut through the noise so you feel properly informed.
Exactly.
Think of September, maybe, as a kind of cosmic rewiring for you, Pisces. A time where your inner and outer circuits are getting, recalibrated for deeper connection, clearer direction.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, we're delving into this rich collection you send over articles, research, painting a really vivid picture for Pisces, the intuitive dreamer.
Yeah.
And this isn't just some generic forecast, right?
Yeah.
It's digging into your specific materials. It shows September is packed with these major cosmic events.
Okay.
And our goal is to help you get not just what's happening up there, but why it matters so much for your unique path. How each event is like a vital piece in that bigger transformation.
Absolutely. And your stack, it covers a lot. Really diverse astrological insights. So yeah, buckle up. We're going to cover the big emotional stuff, inner growth opportunities, career moves, some financial wisdom in there, relationships are shifting. We'll even touch on health and kind of wrap it up with some soulful guidance.
Sounds good.
It's a full picture of what this cosmic rewiring really means for you, Pisces, based on what you gave us.
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's kick off with what your sources are calling the most impactful event. Right at the start of the month, September 7th, big lunar eclipse right in your sign, Pisces.
Yeah.
Now, eclipses, they always amp things up, right? But what makes this one so significant for you, according to these articles?
Well, okay, so a lunar eclipse, it's basically a supercharged full moon. Heightened emotions, stuff getting eliminated, sometimes dramatically.
Right.
But the insight from your materials, especially one piece, it points to something maybe more specific for Pisces. It's not really about forcing closure or like actively chasing something down. Instead, it signals this key moment for an almost intuitive recognition. You just kind of know what's run its course in your life.
Okay.
The real nugget here for Pisces is that sometimes the most powerful letting go happens when you just stop clinging. You let the cosmic current handle it. It's like a reset button, clearing out old busted wiring, making space for better connections.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. Intuitive recognition, not forcing it. Okay, so after this big emotional release, this clarity, what's next? Because this is where your sources get really interesting for like long-term growth. Saturn's return is also a big theme here.
Huge.
For listeners maybe not super familiar, Saturn return, big deal transit, pushes us towards responsibility, structure, happens every 29 years or so.
Roughly, yeah.
So with that in mind, what does this Saturn energy mean for your day-to-day, especially after that emotional clearing?
Right, so this aspect is detailed in a few places you sent. It actively encourages you to set healthy emotional boundaries.
Okay, boundaries.
Yeah, it's not just what you let go of, but what you protect moving forward.
Yep.
Like building stronger circuits in your internal wiring, going with that analogy.
Makes sense for Pisces, definitely.
Totally. For Pisces, known for that boundless empathy, right? It means learning where your energy starts and stops. But the core insight from your sources isn't just be practical. It's about finding like one single consistent micro action. Something small, you repeat it, and it anchors your biggest visions.
Wow, okay. A micro-action anchor.
Exactly. For a sign as fluid, as visionary as Pisces, finding that unexpected, tangible anchor point, that's the real Saturn lesson this month. Building a realistic foundation for your dreams. Grounding that dreamy energy in something practical.
I like that. Single micro-action. It makes grounding feel doable, not so abstract.
Right.
But okay, flip side of practical reality, your sources also really emphasize, especially early in the month, trusting your intuition. And it's not just a gentle nudge, it's like listen for signs, synchronicities, repeating symbols, patterns. They could be guiding you in weird ways.
Yeah, definitely pay attention.
Which brings up a big question though, doesn't it? Especially for Pisces, so imaginative, so intuitive. How do you tell the difference between real intuitive guidance and just wishful thinking?
Oh, that is the critical question for Pisces. Always. And your sources get that. They know it's a challenge.
So what do they suggest?
They suggest that intuition's your superpower, sure, but it needs a filter. One article actually recommended this kind of two-step approach.
Okay.
First, pause. Before you act on a strong gut feeling, give it like 24, maybe 48 hours.
Let it sit.
Exactly. If the feeling sticks around, same clarity, same sense of peace. Probably genuine.
Yeah.
Second, check for alignment. Does this feeling actually line up with your deep values, your long-term goals? Or is it just an impulse, for instant gratification?
Ah, okay. Pause and align.
Yeah, it takes practice. Mindfulness, self-reflection, filtering the noise to tune into that inner knowing, making sure your cosmic compass is, properly calibrated.
That's super helpful, that mindful checklist. Okay, so from deep emotional work, inner alignment, let's shift focus a bit, to the professional world.
Okay, career time.
How did these big internal shifts translate outside, especially your career path this month? Your sources suggest the beginning of September is really about strategic planning, mostly behind-the-scenes work, research, organizing, prepping for what's coming, laying groundwork.
Precisely. And what's fascinating in your materials is how that initial quiet phase then shifts into something much more visible.
Oh.
Yeah, as the sun, our core self, right? And Mercury communication, thinking as they move into meticulous Virgo mid-month.
Okay.
Your sources point to your professional clarity just sharpening right up. This period highlights public-facing opportunities, teamwork, collaborations. They become really key.
So from quiet prep to being more out there.
Exactly. It's a distinct transition, a rewiring, if you will.
Right.
From blueprinting your career to actually, building the thing, setting the stage for real, tangible success through working with others. Strategic partnerships become important.
Sounds like a potentially really productive time professionally, moving from planning to action.
It can be, definitely.
And a productive phase usually brings money into the picture, right?
Often does.
Your sources definitely talk about the money side of September, specifically calling for smart budgeting, clearing up old debts, getting your financial house in order right from the get-go.
Indeed. And a really key insight from your materials here is how Venus, planet of love, value, resources, when it shifts into expressive Leo around mid-month. It suggests your natural charm, your social presence could actually open up new ways to make money.
Oh, interesting. Like social capital paying off.
Kinda, yeah. It's an interesting link between how you connect with people and your financial growth. One article even mentioned an example of a Pisces using their creative social media and boom, landing a surprise brand deal during a similar transit.
Wow.
However, and this is a really critical warning, mentioned across a few sources, they clearly warn against impulsive spending.
Ah, the catch.
Yeah. Opportunities might pop up, but the focus stays firmly on long-term security. That wins over buying shiny things right now.
Okay.
Which raises that classic question, right? How do you, as a Pisces, often so generous, balance grabbing those social opportunities with keeping the finances disciplined?
Yeah, that's the tightrope walk, isn't it? How do the sources say you should handle that? Is it just strict budgets or?
It's definitely more nuanced than just strict budgets. Your materials don't push for total austerity. It's more about conscious spending.
Conscious spending, okay.
Yeah. One article suggested maybe creating a specific joy fund for spontaneous stuff, but putting a cap on it.
Like a planned spontaneity fund?
Kind of. The core idea is, enjoy the new income streams if they come, but make sure you prioritize saving or investing a good chunk of it.
Right.
The advice is basically, ask yourself, is this purchase really helping my long-term security, or is it just scratching an immediate emotional itch? It's about rewiring those spending habits to align with what makes you feel genuinely secure, not just fleeting pleasure.
That's really valuable advice, navigating those opportunities and the pitfalls. Okay, let's pivot again. Personal connection.
Relationships. Yeah.
After all this internal work, career stuff, money calibration, how are relationships looking? Your sources say early in the month, emotional bonds are kind of ripe for healing. Deeper connection, whether that's partners, family, even spiritual groups. Sounds like mending fences, strengthening ties, reconnecting wires.
Absolutely. And then there's a really pivotal event you flagged from the sources, the solar eclipse in Virgo.
Yeah.
September 21st.
Okay, solar eclipse, new beginnings, right?
Exactly. Always marks a new beginning, a fresh start. And this one specifically launches a brand new chapter in your one-on-one relationships.
One-on-one. So romantic partners.
Romantic, yes, but also key business partnerships. Even really influential friendships. It applies across the board like that.
Wow, okay.
And this is a crucial time to commit wisely, and maybe even more importantly, to assert your own value within these new dynamics.
Assert your value.
Yeah, it's not about just passively accepting whatever comes along. It's about you actively defining these new relationship chapters on terms that actually serve you, that reflect your worth.
That's powerful.
It is. It's a moment to redefine boundaries, expectations, build healthier connections, more equal ones, really rewiring them for mutual benefit.
A big turning point for personal bonds, then actively defining them. Okay, so with all this stuff happening, eclipses, Saturn's lessons, career shifts, relationship reboots,
That's hot.
it really sounds like September is going to be a month of, like, fluctuating energy for Pisces. Your sources talk about these bright waves of clarity, but then followed by quieter, more introspective times. So given how dynamic it all sounds, how do your sources advise you, Pisces, to just practically maintain balance, stay well without burning out?
Yeah, that's crucial.
Is it just get more rest, or is there more to it?
There's definitely more. If we tie it back to everything else demanding your energy this month, the sources are clear. Prioritizing rest, yes, but also really nourishing yourself physically, emotionally. Honoring those deeper needs is vital for resilience.
Okay.
The article specifically mentioned things like intuitive eating or scheduled digital detoxes. Those could be really helpful for Pisces this month.
Practical things.
Yeah, suggesting that listening to your body's subtle signals rather than just pushing through based on external pressures,
Yeah.
that becomes a powerful tool for staying strong.
Listening to your body.
Right. It's about carving out intentional pockets of quiet. Maybe even, like one source suggested, a daily 15-minute dream journal session. Something to honor that inner rhythm, not fight against it. For a sign as sensitive as Pisces, this kind of self-care rewiring is paramount. You gotta avoid short-circuiting when things get intense.
Yeah.
Giving yourself permission to recharge, that's gonna be your best strategy for navigating this intense month without hitting burnout.
That's a perfect way to frame it. Honoring your inner rhythm, creating those quiet pockets. Okay. So, when we look at everything we've unpacked,
Pulling it all together.
from the intense eclipses, Saturn's lessons, the career stuff, relationships evolving, practical self-care, the big overarching theme your sources seem to suggest for September is reconciling dreams with reality.
Finding the overlap.
Yeah, finding practical ways to use that boundless imagination, grounding those ethereal visions into something tangible, something you can act on.
Exactly.
And through it all, those moments of intuitive insight that quiet knowing Pisces is famous for, they're highlighted again and again as your most reliable compass, guiding you through this whole cosmic rewiring process.
This month really is presented as your personal turning point, Pisces. It's echoed across the different sources you shared.
A turning point.
Absolutely. It's a powerful call to action, really. Let go of what's holding you back. Listen deeply, deeply to your inner wisdom, and then actively pave the way for a more authentic, purpose-driven life.
Okay.
It's about embracing transformation on every level: emotional, professional, relational, spiritual. It's a profound time for shedding old connections, building new, stronger ones, aligning your inner world with your outer reality, really intentionally.
Wow. That was quite the deep dive into Pisces September 2025, all thanks to that fantastic stack of sources you sent our way.
Covered a lot of ground.
It really did. We hit the big emotional clearing from the lunar eclipse, the grounding from Saturn, those career moves towards being more public, balancing the finances, launching new relationship chapters, and yes, so importantly, respecting your own inner rhythm through it all. We really hope these insights give you some clear, actionable guidance for navigating this powerful month of cosmic rewiring.
And maybe just one final thought to leave you with, building on all that. Consider this. If September really is about letting go and trusting your intuition, how might you, intentionally create some actual space in your life this week? Just to truly listen to that quiet knowing.
Create space to listen.
Yeah. What new beginning, even a tiny one, might just emerge from that space you make? Once you've cleared some room for it, recalibrated that internal compass. Something to ponder.
That's a great question to sit with. Thank you for joining us on the deep dive. We hope this conversation gave you plenty to reflect on, plenty to empower your journey ahead.
Hope so too.
Wishing all Pisces out there a month filled with clarity, with healing, and soulful transformation. Stay aligned and keep dreaming with purpose. We'll catch you next time.